Later days, especially as you get into the autumn months, you probably find yourself rummaging around the kitchen looking for something nice to make, but you're running a little bit dry on both inspiration and ingredients. Today was one of those days for me, and it resulted in a lovely tiny batch of peanut butter cookies. And of course now I want to share this ramshackle little recipe with you guys. This is one that if you're a lover of peanut butter, a lover of cookies or biscuits of any kind, and even if you're a complete beginner baker, you're gonna like it. I promise. The whole recipe involves just 6 ingredients and they only take 10 minutes to bake. So you can make the dough, have them baked, cooled and ready to eat all in under half an hour. Perfect if you have someone coming over later on and you don't really have anything tasty to eat, or if you just really fancy some cookies. Whatever the reason, I hope you guys enjoy these super simple, easy peanut butter cookies. Full recipe will be in the description box below and on my website, maverickbaking.com. But before you pick up your wooden spoons, I want to thank each and every single one of you for helping this little channel reach 10,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much, and I can't wait to bring you some more delicious things. Our super simple cookie recipe starts off with the most important and delicious ingredient, the peanut butter. You can use smooth, crunchy, whatever you have in the cupboard. I used this crunchy Pippin' Up maple peanut butter. It's a favourite and they very kindly gifted it to me, so that's what I used. You're then going to want to add an egg, or if you want to keep these vegan, you can also use mashed banana. And you're going to want to add either white sugar, brown sugar, or some honey, like I had in the cupboard, and just a tiny kind of couple of drops of vanilla extract. Again, doesn't need to be expensive, just whatever you have for a bit of flavour. Then you're going to want to grab your wooden spoon or your whisk or your metal spoon, whatever consistency of spoon you have, and just give the mixture a whirl around until it's kind of nice and combined. It will just look gooey, maybe with a few crunchy bits if you use crunchy peanut butter. Nothing too major on the biceps here. You're then going to want to add your dry ingredients. This starts off just with a little bit of plain flour, nothing fancy, and just the tiniest little kind of tap of bicarbonate of soda, just to puff them up a tiny, tiny bit. Then you're going to use your wooden spoon just again to gently kind of mix everything together. Nothing too intense, just enough until you have a nice, thick cookie dough looking dough. It should be this lovely kind of golden colour and sticking to just about everything it touches. Then you're going to want to just move that out of the way. Grab yourself a baking tray, just lined with a little bit of greaseproof paper, no need for anything else. And then, of course, remove the bling, remove the ice. You don't want to get any cookie dough stuck underneath it. And you're then going to want to just use your hands or some spoons in your hands just to make kind of 6 to 8 little balls, little kind of globes of cookie dough. This should only take you just a few minutes, and of course, clean hands. But other than that, nothing particular about the shape, just an even number of little balls that you're then going to want to kind of evenly space out on your tray just so they don't knock into each other while they're baking. Then you're going to want to grab a fork and just press ever so gently on the top of each one in a kind of cross shape. Nothing religious here, don't worry. This is just kind of helping to flatten the cookie dough because it doesn't kind of spread much by itself. And I think it gives them a really nice kind of rustic, homemade, cutesy look to them. This is what your cookies should look like before baking, and you're going to want to just take your tray that has all of those nicely spaced cookies and you're going to bake it for a maximum of 10 minutes at about 160 degrees Celsius for a fan oven. Nothing too much, just enough for the cookies to brown ever so slightly at the edges and kind of be firm on top to the touch. You don't really want a whole lot of colour on them, and you also don't want them to go too kind of crispy. Then take them out, just allow them to cool by a windowsill or just on your worktop for about 5 to 10 minutes until they are ready to eat. This is kind of what you want your cookies to look like. You want them to be golden, a tiny bit puffed up, and looking just thick and utterly desirable. Once they've cooled down, make sure you get those pictures for Instagram or just grab them with greedy little fingers as I did. They should look kind of soft and almost still a tiny bit doughy in the middle, but with a nice kind of crisp edge and all of those lovely crunchy peanuts and that nice peanut flavour in there. Nothing too sweet, nothing too rich, just right. Don't forget to subscribe for more recipes, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you for the next one.